Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Mortanius, and we are back with some more Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut on the PS5. Time of recording is 12:01 a.m. Thursday, February 13th, 2025. When we last left off, we had finally began Tsushima's patented DLC, Journey to the Past. Iki Island, or at least started it rather, is what I meant. Which is where we are now, currently. Bottom left over there. Or bottom right, excuse me. And actually, we're stuck. No mainland trips, no blacksmith from the mainlands, no Inari shrines, just me. No boo. Who we ended up losing last episode, and, well, old Lefty over here. Sits on my left, stays on my right. Here's hoping nobody has to deal with her. She's not as pleasant as I am. Yes, you did hear that correctly. Now, we're in the process of trying to figure out everything that's going on with this particular mysterious individual known as this Eagle, who seemed to have caused us problems back on Tsushima Island. Unfortunately, upon having met this individual in person, she decided to give us a nice treat in the form of some interesting hallucinogen that also seems to be driving us crazy, as well as freeing our mind. So if you folks like what you see and want to see more of me as we continue trying to figure this out and get it out of our system, if such a thing is even possible, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links to my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and get comfortable. Let's get into this. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. I had to make a slight adjustment. Trying out something new. See if it works. Now, when we made it over here to Iki Island, we were introduced to a few new mechanics, as well as a few new collectible sort of sections, one being animal shrines, which is potentially why we well, folks, Twitch is twitching. It literally just kicked me out and actually told me that the broadcast was acting up this time. Fantastic. Thank you. Uh, We'll have to see what's going on in this regard and hope it doesn't happen again, but we might kind of, sort of, a little bit, maybe, probably be in trouble. Here's hoping not, though. But let's continue on. Cool. As I was saying, I don't know if it actually kept up with it. We've actually been introduced to a few new mechanics. Oh boy. I am not sure about tonight, folks. I mean, on the one hand, I have a strong Wi-Fi connection. On the other hand, the broadcast disconnected, and then about 5 or 6 seconds afterwards, my Wi-Fi disconnected, only to immediately reconnect again. Oh, it's kind of looking like we're kind of getting bombarded with something. First time there was no connection loss for me, just Twitch. PlayStation Network seems to be having issues. That's one of the things I was mentioning. Checking out this speed test app. I actually do like it. Seems PlayStation Network is tripping, so that might be what's going on. This might be kicking me out of Twitch. But for the third time of trying to point edit, we were introduced to a couple of new mechanics when we got here. Knock on wood in case the game decides to pull something else. In the form of a archery contest, which we haven't actually done those yet, as well as a an animal sanctuary, which, come to find out, seem to be frequented by quite a few variances of animals. And each time we tend to do those, we end up getting a little bit of backstory on Jin from his childhood. It's actually pretty interesting. Apparently, his mother's the one who mainly taught him how to play the flute. You keep your good memories as best you can. You don't focus on the bad ones, but you don't forget them either. Okay, where were you trying to take me? So it was here. Gentlemen. Last day on Earth, yes? Yes, good man. Ah, I see. Who? Oh, right. No.
Another mistake. You fight for nothing.
No, don't.
Needless to say, or It does tend to happen at one of the worst moments a lot of the times. Oh, he died. Or did he? Or was that one already dead? Yeah, I think that one was already dead. Okay, now what were you? Oh, okay. Okay, good. Why'd you let go, Jen? And then it hit him straight on and forced his head straight between his shoulders. And that was the end of the Ghost of Tsushima. Prowling tiger. Ferocious in battle, patient in approach. That's pretty cool. Got a little tiger on the front. Definitely like the motto. Definitely like the motto. Okay.
Here. We'll get some rest soon.
We also picked up a new trick. There's a few things that you can only get here in this DLC. And that trick is one. I can show you now, but it's better if it's shown at the appropriate moment. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, I thought that's what I saw.
Here. Keep your head down.
As you can see, they have forts on this island as well. Problems abound. Apparently these eagles were sent as a sort of splinter force, at least so far, I think, from what we found from Khotun Khan's forces. Like to work independently. This eagle and Khotun Khan were probably sent out at the same time, give or take. Hmm? My controller is vibrating like crazy.
Why didn't you help me? You let him kill me.
May your death benefit all beings.
This has to end.
Dip, trip, trippity, dippo, tripping balls. An armorer. Huh. Didn't know there was an armorer there. So yeah, I do have access to an armorer blacksmith. But a weapon blacksmith? A swordsmith? Nah. Not for a while. You got lucky. I was gonna knock you off your horse. Pick that up too. No, no, no. That's a new shrine. It's just almost like it's leading me to 3 tips. I'll deal with you momentarily. Fine. Looks like I've got to save somebody's life.
Who will face me first?
Right, right. So, gentlemen, how do you like my counter offer? It appears someone's upset. Shut up. See, they have a Legends mode, or was it Legends mode or something like that?
Please help!
They have a harder mode, but it's like
Hold still.
less harder and more like everything dies quickly. You do too. That's cool.
These men are demons. They will curse the whole island for what they have done in the forest.
In the forest.
They slaughter the deer. I could hear them scream. You'd smell the stench as they tanned their hides.
Once I find them, they will not defile Iki with the blood of one more deer.
Was that what that scream was? I was wondering what that was. It didn't sound like a bird. Or at least none of the birds we've been following. Yeah, that's over there. We'll deal with that. Yeah, okay, it is just something he'd pass on. I guess not. That vibrating ain't helping. Oh. Wondered when I'd find these. Memory of anguish.
I know this battlefield.
These will be a little hard to do.
Forget this place.
They can be out of context.
Are you well, my lord?
This doesn't feel like victory.
Let me take you to your father.
Is this how it's supposed to feel, Lord Adachi?
Victories don't have to feel good.
How many fell to your blade, Lord Sakai? I hardly recall. None of them. Dozens, from what I know. Next time,
Cover these raiders at your peril.
Wanted to make sure it's all heard, but we're kind of far away.
These weren't warriors. They were untrained villagers with rusted...
Enough! I require a private word with my son. Nodadachi. Feed the men, and get them drunk. Come here.
Father, what happened today?
These villagers were helping hide the raiders.
We butchered them. All the men in the village.
The samurai ran hot, yes. But these fools attacked us.
The man I killed.
The man you killed was a criminal. You did well today. Better than I expected.
Father.
We fulfilled our orders from our Jito. Raise your head high. Today, you were a warrior.
That one's a hard one to pin down. On the one hand, well,
If you were here today, Father, do you condone my actions so freely?
on the one hand, you deal with your enemies. On the other hand, you do your best not to become them. But at the same time, it's like if you choose to harbor the enemy, if you choose to help the enemy, if you choose to supply the enemy, are you exempt? Are you no longer a part of this?
They will pay for what they did.
It's hard to say. Well, not really hard to say, but hard to lock down. Give me a second. E. Oh, those will be marked. Good. All right. I feel bad for the horses. All right, gentlemen. And pain. Of course it is. Y'all didn't see that happen. No standoffs. Let's go. Whoa, fire. These ones are always harder to pin down. Was that it? Nope. Come on. Either you come to me, or I kill you and keep it moving. Your choice then.
Nobu, come on.
That was kind of pointless. Wasn't even paying attention to your dogs. Really? Haha. What was that? You ever actually seen one of them do one of that? One of those. One of that. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? I heard you talking shit. I heard your jokes. You better be glad this ain't Shadow of War. I'd have pulled myself right to you and that would have been it. Off with his head. Yeah, I'm back. You sat down? Did he actually? Was he sitting down? Goodbye. Nah. I didn't say you could hit me. Always useful to let one of these sort of give you a moment. Always good to take that instruction where you can. Save that rage for surviving. Don't interrupt my song.
Feels wrong to shed blood here. It's so peaceful.
Unfortunately, instances like that, my friend, two things can be the same. Or at least happen in the same place. And unfortunately, some of the most beautiful places have come from nothing but blood. It's funny because you actually have to tweak your controller depending on how you have it angled.
Mother did this.
When that started.
She lured me away from study and practice with the promise of pears or dried melons, then lied to my father and said we'd studied all afternoon. She told me sometimes living is more important.
Well, sometimes you do need to be able to de-stress. You do need a minute. Not every moment can be devoted to work. It's not even a matter of all work and no play. You need to de-stress from time to time. Otherwise, you will collapse in on yourself, and that's if you don't collapse on somebody else first. Okay. Was that a major charm? Right, because the others are major charms too, like Nekoma's Hunt. All right, it's different types of sanctuaries per charm. You know, it's funny because I do remember this charm of Nekoma's Hunt. It is pretty nice. It is pretty nice.
Who will fight?
You know, I wish they gave you a lantern. I mean, the game is bright enough for me, more than bright enough for me, but it never hurts to have an extra light source, you know. Always remember, children, sometimes some of the strongest enemies you can kill can be taken out in one simple standoff. But that's up to you if that's what you want to do. I just don't feel a need to fight every plebeian I come across.
You're going to be all right.
I'll kill you, though.
It's off. Thank you. Are you a samurai? Thanks for this thing.
Go, and stay safe.
You know, I think I actually failed to mention it. But that poison that they used on me was apparently the same poison that was used on all those people in that village before we left Tsushima. The village of the people who had lost their minds. And, come to find out, she gave it to all of her quote-unquote shamans. The people doing all of the chanting and flipping all over the place. Yeah, she gave it to them too. And now they serve, so that's a problem and a half.
Now what do I need?
Now what do you need?
It sounds like you could use a hand. What are you doing?
Mongols torched my home. Either I build a new house, or I sleep in the grass.
You don't have any help? Any family?
I don't have anyone. Lost my parents some 15 years ago. Always had to rely on myself. And now I have to do it with nothing to my name. Don't look at me like that. Everyone has a story. Mine is I don't think I have enough wood.
I mean, I can respect everybody having a story, brother, but that don't make it any less messed up.
I might be able to help with that.
Oh, you sure? Never mind. I'll take it. I'm building a house. Let's hope the Mongols don't burn this one down too.
I may be able to help with that as well.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing your handiwork.
Oh, I'm not building it here. Still gathering supplies. But thank you. I'll take this back to the site. Can't believe I'm doing this.
I wanted to catch that on my map before it disappeared, but didn't want to interrupt its talking. Yeah, then we came across these unusual shrines. No idea what we're going to do. Oh, it actually gives you the poem right there. No idea how we're going to solve them, but, you know, I guess we'll have to figure it out. Yeah, Mom, what you thinking? Okay. Be careful, Arisen, lest you end up in the brine. Oh, I'm like, what? Hmm. Is that what I'm doing right now? Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Should actually upgrade the armor. So you know what? I'll actually do that real quick. Give it a couple of upgrades and make it more efficient. Thought I had more ranged upgrades, but I guess not.
I'm telling you, don't go near Fort Sakai. Even without the eagle there, the commander Kumbish is bleeding us empty.
Oh yeah, I heard about that bastard. We're dead.
Give me a minute. I'll deal with him.
Keep your friends close, but your armor in good order.
Real talk.
Good choice.
Yes, the hats do get crazier as we go, children. What of it? How dare you?
My best work.
Shall I?
Good choice.
I guess they have those hats so they can narrow their focus and keep the sun out of their eyes. But how about we don't do any of that there? I can dig it. Mm.
If you can handle yourself in a fight, come here.
Hey, kid. Come here. Got some candy for you.
Are you challenging me?
That depends. Are you for or against these Mongols?
Against.
Then that's all I need to know. We set up archery targets around Iki to train for another samurai invasion. Instead, we have Mongols. If you're looking for practice, shoot an arrow through each lantern as fast as you can.
I've shot warriors while riding on horseback. I think I can hit a few lanterns.
Hitting them is one thing. Speed is another. When you're ready, grab an arrow.
Luckily, they'll supply you with the ammo here, and you only need regular arrows for it. Not how I should have did it. Yep. What? Charm of concentration. Increases concentration time. That's what I was looking for. Increases concentration time by 0.1 second. And complete archery challenges to upgrade them. And yes, you do see those archery challenges on that map over there, or that icon over there. Yes, there are challenges like that. But each challenge is 3 sets. I just completed set 1. I was slow, so.
Imagine you're shooting at samurai.
Basically, if I wasn't slow, I could have got 3 instead of just 1. But look alive. That did not look like it was going to end well.
But I've seen better.
0.2 seconds. So no, each one gives me an upgrade. Is what it is. It's just that many upgrades. But I want to say it comes out to be like 1.7 seconds or something. Yeah, I'm actually wanting to restart that. Oh, okay, cool. Just had to hit circle.
No other way to settle it.
Eh. It's hard to say. Might have to come back to this one. I want to say these are varied in time frame. This might be one of the more complicated ones. Irritating. I heard myself pass that marker. One last run. That cost me. Alright, here comes the sun's crap. I'll come back. Never really like sticking around in these competition things long. Good, bad, or in between. it can be a real time killer if you ain't careful. Regardless of whether you're streaming or just playing on your own. Hmm? The hell is that? Is that dude's house that he's building or something? Or like what? A helping hand. And it's just on my map looking different. Like, I legitimately don't know. I might have done the quest and just didn't know that's what that icon was. Looks like this could be another animal shrine.
You enjoy this. Humiliating yourself for the people who killed your father.
You're not real.
And what are you even talking about, crazy? Yeah. Haha. Say hello to our new upgrade. We can charge with our horse now. Really? That's what you're doing? Like I said, when you let them teach you, well, you'll end up with quite a few scenarios of them not really mattering anymore.
You'll be free soon.
Or at least not like how they used to.
Forget about me. Please, go to the north of the island and look for the cliff with the seagulls.
Why would you send me there?
I have seen men leap to their death. They say the Eagle tribe makes you choose, join or jump. And now they have my son.
Say no more. I'll make sure no one has to make that choice again.
Well, we definitely need to deal with that. Further that way, you say. Well, first let me get this deer shrine, and then let me get back to this helping hand.
My mother loved the deer, honored them. I'll play one of her songs for them.
Hmm.
My mother would sit us down by deer like these, and have me recite poems from Kokinshu for them. I struggled. Whenever I faltered, she would pick up right where I left off. She knew it all by heart.
Charlo shoot Sugaru's might, or Sugaru's sight. With the blessing of the deer kind, bows can shoot up to 3 arrows at once if you have enough ammo. Yep. Hmm. Was checking something out. Just wanting to be sure what it actually is. Or rather, was checking something else out and heard him say Konkinshu. So I didn't actually see how it was spelled. But it's effectively, it says the Koken Wakashu, collection of Japanese poems of ancient and modern times, commonly abbreviated as Kokinshu, an early anthology of the waka form of Japanese poetry dating from the Heian period. Hmm. And the Heian period is last division of classical Japanese history running from 794 to 1185. Follows the Nara period beginning when the 50th emperor, Emperor Kamu, moved to the capital of Japan, or moved the capital of Japan to Heian-kyu. Heian means peace in Japanese. Huh. The more you know. Boy, I swear I thought I saw something. Okay. So once again, getting back on track.
Nobu, come!
Nobu doesn't do the horse doesn't do well when there's like a lot of trees. If there's one in the way, he'll sort of smack into it and just stop. So you have to keep pressing it, or you move somewhere and then you just let him come to you. Right. Okay. Ah, okay. A builder's vow. They burned my home, but I refuse to give up. I can rebuild. Okay, I get this is the guy. I set out now for the forest to gather wood for the walls, and I'm off to the grasslands to hunt and find hides for the roof. I'm sure I can scrounge enough metal from shipwrecks along the beach. That should be all I need to build a modest home in Sky Hunter's forest. I, Imotaro, write this as a promise to myself. I will accomplish all this and more. I can respect your heart, bro, but you trying to build a house now? I mean, hey. I don't know. I feel like I'm supposed to be able to do something else here. Now, one thing though, since we are on this island and won't really be able to hit the shops like we would like to, we'll be able to get a nice stack of resources. Hmm. Hmm. Damn, cut his head off.
Rest, brother.
And it looks like they didn't even take his stuff, or at least not all of it.
Faster, move.
All right. Cricket was doing something. I guess not. I guess I had moved in just such a way and caught it lighting up at just. I was hoping I wouldn't. Yeah, okay. That high up. Want to do it again? Nah. Either way, should catch up with him. Well, I swear every time I fast traveled here and I looked away, knowing where I was fast traveling to. I looked away, heard firing, and my instinct was like, hold up. Who's doing this? Who's stupid right now? What's going on? I mean, I was already there. Where, like... Oh. Well, never mind then. Damn, I do not speak Japanese. Nah, that won't help. That's for you folks who might want to check that out. Jesus, there's more. And what's cold is there are candles in here. So it's perfect writing light, and it's perfect light to read it in here. If it was darker, mainly. A hippo and what is that, like a raccoon? Sitting up there frosting at the mouth talking about, you shall not pass. Okay. This is I don't have perspective or even concept. I hear you though. Demonic archer's mask. What the hell? Left behind by a mad, murderous master of the bow who was obsessed with the legendary archer Uchitsune. It always comes back to him. God, that is wild. These masks have never really appealed to me, but I could see why they freak people out. Thought that was somebody that ended up needing some killing.
Quickly, noble.
Lucky for them, though. No, there was not. I understand, buddy. My fault on that one. Ooh, nope. Slow it down, slow it down. Okay, I'm like, you should be fine. Is this his old house? Or was this another place that was burned? Yeah. There we go. Records of Iki. Attached to an old crate. Take these fruits, this axe, and this advice. All this and more at Fune's refuge. Go there. Who brought you supplies when sick? Me. Who drank your sake? Me. Who fixed house in monsoon covered in mud? Us both. You owe me to try Fune's refuge. Can't protect you at home. I will try. No promises. Tenzo. That's an interesting way of putting it. Especially if you're not trying to, like, strong arm somebody. That's a good way of putting it. I helped you. The least you can do is think of your safety.
Jin from Yarikawa. Didn't think you'd make it.
Tenzo from Iki. Yeah, it took me a bit.
What happened here?
Friends of mine lived on this farm. I hoped they'd join our fight. But those Mongol bastards got to them first. The least they deserve is a proper burial. Won't be long.
I'll help you.
You don't have to do that.
I know. I want to.
Yeah. It ain't something I have to do
Grab a
with
spade.
it. I actually do want to help.
May they find peace in the next life.
I didn't take you for a religious man.
I'm full of surprises.
You said you would think about bringing me to your crew. Have you made up your mind?
That depends. Is the eagle's poison still affecting you?
Yes, but it hasn't slowed me down.
Huh.
Take me to meet your raider friends, and I'll prove I can help you fight back.
All right, samurai. We've got a ride ahead of us. Try and keep up.
Oh yeah, my friend. My enemies still die when I kill
Where are
them.
you taking me?
An old raider stronghold. We used it to hide from the samurai. Now it's keeping us safe from the Mongols.
You're not worried about taking a samurai to your secret hideaway?
Of course I am. But we need every fighting arm we can get. Just watch yourself once we get there. Ever since the Sakai invasion, samurai are slightly less popular than a pit of venomous snakes.
The Sakai invasion?
The butcher of Iki and his gang thought they could bring a little law and order to our island. We showed them, but not before losing a lot of good people.
From what I heard, neither side was innocent.
There's some truth to that. I've never seen a pretty war.
True. Hard to say what the samurai would have come for other than what he stated. And I mean, on the one hand, if it is your territory, it stands to reason you want them to adhere to certain rules that you set while you also take into account where they live. But I don't know, it's hard to say. An invasion, hard to say. That may have been a little much, or it may have kind of been right where it needed to be. I don't know. Ooh.
Let's go, Nobu.
You didn't see that happen. Nobody saw it happen.
There's a hidden entrance to the stronghold up ahead.
Mongols.
We found the entrance. Let's see how good you are with that blade, Samurai.
I was gonna say, no, it ain't. It is no longer hidden by the sound of it. Hey there, guy. Here's the thing. Don't care. Alright. Ah! What the hell? Leave him be, Tenzo. Short hat. Oh, that was weird. Is he real? Never mind. He's real. Why can't I?
Good. You're not too sick to fight.
I guess they wanted him to kill that one. I'm like, what's going on here? Well, that's going to waste. That is a fat one too. And like you see things like this, and like the brain is like, well, why won't you grab that food? It's like, on the one hand, it look real good and succulent and tasty, don't it? Yeah, yeah. And on the other hand, they could just as easily be what they're counting on. Go ahead and eat poisoned meat if you want to.
In this way.
That's Fune's doing. Any outsiders find our home, we block the entrance and kill the witnesses. No exceptions.
I hope she's more welcoming to invited guests.
We'll find out soon enough.
Where's hoping some
way in?
Only by sea. There was a path years ago, before my time. Don't know if it's still there.
It's worth a shot.
Here's hoping civilians don't ever ending up.
How many samurai has this man murdered? Remember your father's attendant? His throat was opened while he slept. His blood sprayed your tent.
Silence!
Jin, you alright?
Yeah. Just need a bit of a peaceful moment. There we go. Yeah, I was hoping those civilians ever ended up at that entrance by mistake.
Sometimes I hear the eagle's voice.
Like she can read your mind or something?
No. I hear my own thoughts. Things I didn't know I was thinking. But in her voice.
I hope it wears off.
You and me both there, guy. You and me both. Sounds like the worst kind of therapist, one you can't walk away from. Alright, Tenzo, on you.
I see why the samurai never found this hideaway of yours.
It's the only stronghold on Iki that survived the Sakai invasion.
Let's hope that holds for the Mongols.
No way to cross.
There's always a way.
Samurai have to say shit like that.
Do pirates have to mouth off?
Just the clever ones.
And yes, unfortunately, samurai do have to say shit like that. People rely on them to say shit like that. And then prove it. Whether it's doable or not.
Neat trick. I could use one of those.
Make friends with a great blacksmith on Tsushima.
Visit Tsushima. Not worth it.
You say that. Wonder how aware they are of Tsushima being invaded. Or even if they are.
Minor setback.
Look for a way around.
Never seen a samurai do that before.
You're welcome to join me.
See, and that's the thing. It's not that people... What the... Why didn't you... It's not that people were physically incapable. It's like you didn't really have time to just learn like that. You kind of had like a job to do. So you didn't really have the luxury of learning stuff like that. It's also why so many people were surprised to find people like knowing how to read in the old days. Holy crap. I don't know how I feel about that.
You alright?
I'm fine.
You're doing great. Don't die.
Okay, I guess when I fell, it had me pull back, like toward the sea instead of toward where I am.
Not bad.
But yeah, like being able to read, that was a luxury. That means you were able to sit still.
They're after one of our ships.
Friends of yours?
Wouldn't call them friends, but yes, I knew them. That makes 4 craft we've lost to the Eagle's warship.
That explains why that ship was there.
I'll get us through here.
But first...
How did you join up with Fune?
We enjoyed the hospitality of the Sakai Inn together.
You mean Fort Sakai?
Terrible food. But we left with our heads intact. Most of the guests weren't so lucky.
Ease up, Jin. Well, we get it. It is irksome. Don't just be playing your cards yet there, guy. Slow it down, slow it down. I know this place is a strong point of contention for you. I can respect it, but it ain't gonna change the reality that you need to focus here.
Almost there.
He is luring you into a den of murderers. They will kill you just as they killed your father.
When we step through that gate, there's no turning back. Everything you do is on my head. Don't make me regret this, Samurai.
You don't have to worry about me, Tenzo. I promise.
Good. Keep that attitude and you'll be fine. Just stay close, keep your sword sheathed, and let me do the talking.
I mean, we're in their house. Keep it peaceful. I don't have issues with that. I'm not going to be talked down to or disrespected, just as I'm not going to do the same, but, you know, keep it peaceful. Nothing like those invisible walls, huh? Yeah. They really want me to stay with Tenzo, despite the fact of letting me know that there really is something over there for me to get. Cool.
Here we go.
Tenzo? You're back.
You brought a samurai here? Wait until Hune hears about this.
I'll tell her myself. Get back to your posts.
I'm watching you, samurai.
And I'm watching you.
Let's get you to Fune. Impress her, and the wolves will back off.
And if I don't impress her?
I've seen her tie men up and leave them to drown at high tide. Even hung one traitor from the mast of her ship for the gulls to eat. But I don't know what she'll do to a samurai.
She'll have to come get it. She'll have to earn every drop and trust and believe. I'll make you. I hold back most of the time.
Those people.
More victims of the eagle's poison. Not as lucky as you.
Tenzo! You're running out of clean rags!
Check the drawers. I have a shirt you can strip down. Let's go, Jin. Fune's waiting.
Was that your house?
They needed more than me. There's Fune, watching us from her favorite perch.
Tenzo! Get your ass up here!
Coming, Fune! Remember, make nice. And stow the samurai attitude.
Said it before. I know what I'm doing.
Welcome back, Tenzo.
I can explain.
I hope so. Because right now, I'm really curious why you brought a samurai into my home.
You sent me to find people who can fight.
Fight for us, not against us.
If I wanted to come for you, you would know it.
Jin.
No.
It's alright, Tenzo. I want to hear this samurai dig his own grave.
I'm here because the Mongols invaded my home too. And if the eagle isn't stopped on your shores, she's going to bring her army and her poison to Tsushima. We can defeat the eagle and save both our homes, but only if we work together.
He's your catch, Tenzo. What's your take?
Maybe he helps us. Or he's skewered on a Mongol spear. And you get to brag about one more samurai dying on Iki Island. Either way, we've got nothing to lose.
You're in, samurai. I hope you don't get seasick. When the next storm hits, we're taking every boat in this cove and attacking that Mongol warship.
Sounds like a good way to lose half your men. Get me aboard that warship, and I can sink it.
Tenzo, get this fool out of my face.
Jin may have a point. We can't get close enough to board the warship. But a Mongol boat from Iki resupplies them every few days.
We can take their supply ship and make the delivery ourselves.
Tenzo, if you think this can work, you're in charge.
I need 12 men. Jin can be one of them.
They're yours.
The supply ship docks on the northeast side of the island. Look for a small inlet, steep cliffs.
I'll meet you there. Fune, it has been a pleasure.
Just watch your step, samurai.
Like I said, we'll keep it peaceful. You know, this particular DLC, I think it's the only DLC that ever came out with, other than like a few permanent upgrades. I saw something about that. My mic was kind of in the way of the second half of it. Charm of Abundant Reserves. Gain twice as much ammo from pickups. Yep, and that's not a chance either. It's just legit. Twice as much ammo from pickups. Unwavering Sun. That's what it is. So, something I want to check first.
He cut off their ears, their noses, then their lips. Such was the cruelty of Black Hand Riku. Cursed bastard.
You know what?
Careful,
Sure.
my lord. Riku has a taste for warriors.
Riku will be dealt with.
What are you talking about?
Black Hand Riku, the cursed pirate captain who terrorizes Iki Island from beyond the grave.
Black Hand Riku. Didn't he die at sea years ago?
That he did. I am Kashira. I sailed under Riku's blood-stained banner. The things I saw still haunt my nightmares.
Perhaps you can tell me the tale.
Of course. I hope you have a strong stomach. Black Hand Riku was once the cruelest pirate captain to ever terrorize Iki Island. He carved up his victims, piece by piece, always saving a morsel for his loyal companion, a vicious monkey. Riku built his armor to honor a brutal Sarugami. This monkey demon inhabited his armor. Its cursed whispers drove Riku to take risks, tempting him with the spoils of battle, while pushing him to the brink of ruin. 6 years ago, Black Hand Riku attacked a refugee ship. Its cargo, children. He threw the young ones overboard. Their samurai protector, he skinned alive. His crew watched in horror while Riku's monkey fed on the trimmings. Then, mutiny. Black Hand Riku's crew plotted to poison their wretched leader. He was stabbed through the chest and blinded by the poison. But he clung to life, protected by the armor of the Sarugami. Riku set his ship ablaze and fled with his monkey, while his crew burned to death in their fiery tomb. Before he died, Riku hid his Sarugami armor somewhere on Iki Island. Now he haunts the coast, a wrathful spirit who preys on anyone brave or foolish enough to seek the cursed armor of Black Hand Riku.
So yeah, there's legends over here as well, folks.
So you sailed with Black Hand Riku and plotted his death.
Someone had to stop him.
And no one has found his Sarugami armor?
Many have tried, but they all fell victim to his wrathful spirit. People say the monkeys of Iki are his eyes and ears.
If that's the case, he already knows I'm interested. Where did your ship go down?
I don't remember much of that night, but one other crew member survived. Minato. She spent her time hiking Mount Takenotsuchi, trying to forget the horrors we lived through.
Thank you for the tale.
Be careful. The monkeys are watching.
Sounds like
Riku sees everything.
Sounds like she just felt like running. I need to leave the refuge, huh? Forgot to talk to that other person I saw earlier.
Don't bother going to the camp at Nagata Lake. Raided by Mongols.
Did any survive?
They did. Our monk gave himself as ransom to save us. But without his skills, we're done anyway.
If he's still alive, I can bring him back to help you. That will be worth it.
The impact of loss.
That armor could use a lot more than a spit polish.
Test my steel on the Mongol's neck.
Oh, don't you worry. I'll make it a point to run my tests with both hands.
Always been the weakest.
Yes, yes, I will do it.
You always wonder what they trapped them into. If they trap them into their own past, or did they trap them into like something that they did? Like, repeat after me. And then out of nowhere, here they are. Yes, I will do it. Yes, I will do it. Bro, you just travel with this kid.
Don't hurt my son! Stop! Please!
The father and his baby, both of them, huddled together.
The poison still affects me.
We know. We've been dealing with it this whole time, my friend.
If you find yourself near Zasho Bay, I hear you can take shelter among the ship wreckage that's washed ashore.
I'll keep that in mind. Are others gathering there?
A few. They're hiding out from the Mongols and trading stories about the Sakai invasion.
The Sakai invasion. I'd like to hear one of these stories.
Yeah, I actually would. I was actually looking for that area before I came across this one. Jesus. Okay. Oh, I'm like, what? They must want me to exit a refuge from the front door, I guess. Just want to check something. Now, looks like we'll have to stick to the mission. Okay. Well, that's cool. Well, folks, It's going to be the end of episode 20 of Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut on the PS5. If you folks, sorry about that. If y'all like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube, both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links to my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And God bless you.